That's what happened to me.
That's the
And
formal
I
answer.
haven't been able to, I can kind of tap into the urban fantasy thing a bit, but only a bit. And they're, you know, people would rather I just keep it over in paranormal mystery. Thank you very much. So,
Huh. Well,
I don't know.
I was just thinking of, there's a hugely popular romance series by Dorinda Jones, Darynda. I think she's got 9 books in it now. And ghosts are central to her storyline. And her main character, Charlie, is really, she's the only one who can see them. And she acts as a portal, actually, for them to pass on. But that series is firmly in romance. They don't even say paranormal romance. It's just romance.
Wow.
So
Isn't that cool?
yeah, well, you know, it's
No, I
romance
have
though. Romance is huge.
It's
Yeah.
gigantic. It's
Gigantic
the best genre in
genre.
the world, says the Kobo guy. Now I have an example of marketing. So I think my favorite short story I've ever written, which I think is the most beautiful, loving, touching short story, is called Spirits, and it's sort of a ghost story with some romance and a bit of a chiller thing to it. And I got to a point where I would not take less than 5 to 6 cents a word for a story, and it was a 6,000 word story, and most of the markets were under 5,000, but I didn't want to cut it because I'd already cut enough out of it. And I'd submit it to a horror market because there was a ghost in it. And they would say, it's not scary enough for us. Great story, we loved it, it's not scary enough. Send it to a romance market. We really like the story, but we don't like the romance, there's not, you know, whatever. And then I'd send it to contemporary because sometimes they like to cross genres and stuff. And they go, it's a great story, but get rid of the romance and lose the ghost. And so it was about 12 years I kept sending this story, and I have the most rejections in the world. I probably spent more in postage because this is prior to the internet. I was sending it away, and I finally self-published it for 99 cents back when Kindle first launched. And I actually have now made more than what I was hoping to get to sell it by self-publishing it and making 35 cents every time I sold it. And ironically, a lot of people said, yeah, I love that story, but I couldn't find the bloody market for it because it kind of squeezed right in between all of them. And so what I love, I mean, and that's sort of the, and so I just finally said, I love this story so much, I want people to read it. It's not going to be for everyone, but it's one of those weird ones. So that's where the marketing in a bookstore or in a particular magazine was messy. But so I just kind of took it in my own hands.
Sort of.
What's that?
Girl in a Swing, sort of. Was that Richard Matheson that did that? It was
Yeah.
the ghost with the romance like that.
Oh yeah,
It's like-
yeah.
Okay.